Hi guys, and welcome to Warlord Wednesday, and today we're going to be doing a painting tutorial where we focus on the Panzer for my Africa Corps. Let's do it! Okay, so what have we got? We've got a Warlord bolt action Panzer IV AUSF or AUSF. I don't know how you pronounce that, but let's just go for it. And we're going to be using these. Now, I've never used these before. It's the first time. It's the Ammo Smart Set DAK colours. Now, a lot of my friends rave about this, especially Jamie and Karsten. They actually have a ball bearing inside the paint pot, so when you shake it up, it mixes the paints. Wow, I love this. Anything where you shake up paints and it's got a ball bearing in it, I'm there. So let's just go for it. Okay, so what have we got? Well, we've painted up, undercoated our tank, and as you can see, there's an air filter on the side of this tank. Now, just so you know, I know it doesn't come out to the H series, but it was a little thing that I added in there. Let's just go for it. So I've undercoated it using Mephiston red spray, and I've given it three coats, I should say, of scratch effects chipping. Now, this stuff's new for me, and I've just given it 3 coats because generally 2 to 3 coats is the best thing you can do. And over the top, I've sprayed Desert Sand Primer from Ammo. Now, you can paint it on, you can spray it on. I sprayed it on, and then over the top of that, I've used this to give me a two-tone effect. Okay, so what we need to do is we take our paintbrush, we dip it in water, rubbing the paintbrush over the top to reveal the undercoat. Now, the great thing this does is chipping effects creates a layer in between the undercoat and the top coat, and so as you scratch away with it or brush away with it, you can use a cotton bud, I generally do as well, you get this lovely effect. And as you can see, it looks really, really cool. Now, don't go too balmy with it because it's not 28mm or larger scale. We just have to get subtle effects out. And as you can see, I went as subtle as I possibly could. For me, anyway. Okay, next part is to add our decals or decals or transfers, depending on however you like to pronounce it, and add those, and this is what we've got. So I've gone for 411, I've copied it off the back of the box, and I've added our little German cross on there as well. And now we're going to add in some painted wheel assembly, and for that I'm going to be using this. This is the Ammo Tyres and Tracks. Now, this is really, really cool. It actually gives you a guide on the back of what colours to use on what. So this is the effect that I've got so far. Now, this is just blocking in our colours, and it looks really, really cool. I mean, I'd be happy just to walk away with this. Once I've... Oh, giant fingers, come on. It's like letting a bull in a china shop. Or a giant with a baseball bat in a very tiny area with lots of things that are precious. Okay, so next we're going to be painting all our tools, and again we're going to be using ammo, and I don't know why I said that beforehand, just ignore that giant thing. Okay, so we're going to be painting up all our tools on the vehicle and make it look really, really cool. This is just blocking in all our colours. This is what we're doing at the moment, just blocking in colours, and as you can see, it's looking really, really good. So we've done our wheels, we've done all our tool sets, even everything we possibly can. Even the air filter on the side has been painted with a grey, and everything else has been painted its colours. The nice thing about it is you've got all those lovely Bakelite colours on the vehicles in that era. Okay, so now we're going to paint the interior. Again, we're going to be using a paint sets by Ammo, and we're just going to paint the interior with a cream effect. If we can just get this focus, there you go. Now we know what we're looking at. So we're going to paint that up now. And look at that straight away, it's breaking up the look. Okay, so don't forget, here we're going to be using gunmetal, but please don't go balmy with this. Less is best. Like I said, it's not 28mm. We're not painting 40k. We're painting bolt action. So slightly little chipping effects using a sponge. Remember to get off the excess paint off the sponge as you stipple it on, and that way we're creating less is best, and you're creating some beautiful effects. Now there's loads of ways you can do this. This is just how I like to do it. I like to use a sponge, and it looks really cool. As you can see, again on the turret, just little chipping effects. Now we're going to mute that all back with the best part of model making, or which is the wash. Now you can either spray this on or hand paint this on, but do remember to clean up the excess pooling effect, pools that you get when painting this on with either a cotton bud or a cloth. It's totally up to you, but what this does is it mutes back all the colours. It's like using Photoshop and rendering everything. You know what? It just layers it all back, so we get this beautiful effect. Now this is what I like about model making. This is the bit where it all comes together. Now I'm happy to glue this together, add the tracks on and just walk away, but I'm not gonna. We're gonna do more. Okay, so look at this, really nice, great little effect to do. Okay, so let's move on. So what are we doing now? We're going to be doing our rusting, but just before we do this, please make sure to spray a varnish over the top of your tank. Use a matte varnish before you do this effect. Now I'm using two different types of rust. I'm using a dark and a light, both by Ammo, and I'm going to just stipple it on, remembering to take away the excess with a sponge. Now if the camera lets me focus, because obviously this guy's not going to sponge until the camera's focused. There you go. Go on, lad. Go for it. There you go. Stipples away. Stipple, stipple, stipple. Keep going. And it gives us a lovely effect. So let's just look at the tank for a second. Let's just take a breath. There we go. All done. So we've done our rusting effects. Now the exhaust looks fantastic. Remember, use photo reference where you can. Look on the internet. It's your greatest tool. And I've added a little bit of rust underneath the mud guards as well. Now you'll notice I haven't painted them underneath because I don't think you'd really matters, because you're never going to see it. Okay, so for this I'm going to be using Ammo's different and assorted powders and also liquid effects, and I'm going to mix them together by using a liquid matte varnish and create like a muddy paste. So I can just put it on here and there, and it gives you a lovely effect. Now remember to clean it away with a cotton bud, or just don't use too much of it where you can. Now what I've also done is I've used our paint that we had in the beginning when we were priming it, and I've just highlighted our scratches where I can. Now I just do a little line around it, and I use a cotton bud just to roll it away from our chipping effect, just to mute it back, and it looks really cool. It gives it such a beautiful effect, and it just sort of gives it that beautiful tabletop standard, and that's what you're looking for. It just looks really nice. Now we're going to add some extra bits and pieces to this. We're going to grab our Ammo fuel stains, and we're just going to go around like the wheels and stuff like that, and little areas that we just want to add a little bit of fuel effects to. And as you can see, the finished product looks absolutely amazing. And I've even added in a little plastic Carsten figure who's my tank commander, named after a friend of mine, and it looks brilliant. Okay guys, you take care. I hope this video helps, and look at that, I've done it under 10 minutes. So look after yourselves guys. I hope the video helps, and I'll see you very soon. Take care.